Hello everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Val.
and today we're in Washington, Missouri at the Iron Spike Model Train Museum. This is a labor of love from the owners, Don and Claire, who, through donations, created a huge museum of model trains. What are you looking forward to today, Val?
I'm not sure what to expect. This will be the second time that I've even looked at model trains because my kids weren't so much into them. But I know from the last time I was in awe. So I can only imagine what this museum has to offer for us.
Yeah, I'm excited too. This is my second time as well, and let's see what we can find. So come along with us as we Jay and Val around the Iron Spike Model Train Museum. So we're here with Don and Claire from Iron Spike Model Train Museum here in Washington, Missouri. So Don, Claire, how did you guys get into this?
Me? Well, I found a shoebox one time when I got home. It was on a shelf, okay? In the shoebox was a caboose. And I always wanted to know where the damn caboose went. Excuse my language, but here's where it went. All right, I wanted to give something back. I'm retired military. My wife is a retired Air Force. My dream was someday to give things back because I've collected trains all my life. And I didn't know where they were going to go. So I started a 501c3, but I wanted to give something back to my military friends. And I also wanted to give something to a community that they could enjoy. It would bring a lot of people, and they could enjoy the things that were hidden. They were hidden treasures for years ago. People remember Grandpa's trains, they remember Uncle George's trains and Dad's trains and your kids' trains, but they went away. They went into boxes, they went into their garages, they went to garage sales, and nobody ever saw them again. Well, here's what you see. We've taken things that were donated to us and we've incorporated in what we've built here. We've also got a place for people to come to enjoy, and in its history, it's miniature, okay? It's history in miniature, and it shows what we're trying to do here. We're trying to show real life in miniature. The museum quality trains in Iron Spike are the HO and the N scale. The rest are prototypical. They show trains of all different scales. We want to give people a place to come to enjoy and just spend time and reminisce and think about things. Grandparents come, show their kids what they used to have. Kids come in here and they're fascinated, and it's a way to bring them back into something that really was, it really is, and it still exists. My wife can tell you a lot more because she fell into this. This was not her dream. It was my dream to give something back, and because I wanted to give something back to my military friends and military people that I've lost. So this is the place for them to come, and it's free here.
Very cool. So I'll just say one more question then. So like for somebody who is an enthusiast that wants to start up their own I guess a layout, right?
Right.
Make their own layout.
Right.
What would be some advice to a novice starting their own layout?
Start small and plan to expand. We take the things that have been donated to us and make affordable sets of track and trains that you, for $150, you can have the components that it would take to set up your own train layout on a 4x8 sheet of plywood or styrofoam, and see if that's something you really want to take any further. So you don't have to have a huge investment. We have taken trains from what they now call vintage eras, 60s, 70s, 80s, and repaired them, cleaned them, refurbished, and made them affordable to the average train lover.
Fantastic. So not only affordable, but all you need is some imagination.
That's right.
A small investment, and you can have your own.
You can have your very
Train
own
set.
train layout.
What it is, and I'll tell you, get a piece of track, buy a building, and put a car on that piece of track. Look at it. Your imagination will go from that point. You will want. It's a feeling that you get that you want to do something. A lot of people come in and tell me they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they want to do this. but they're afraid that they're going to make mistakes. You can't make mistakes because you build over and over and over and over again, and then it comes out like this. What you're looking at in this museum is many mistakes, but it's done over and over and over again until we get it to where we want it to be. And we have volunteers that come here that helped us, okay? Some of them are gone now and some are still here. But we don't make mistakes because we keep working. And we make it better. Every day something else comes in, and every day something that we were looking for or that you're looking for to do, you're going to walk out, you're going to go to a garage sale, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to walk into a place, and you're going to see something that you want to do on your layout, and it takes you further to what you want to develop. It doesn't have to be big. It can be on a little piece of plywood, 2 foot by 2 foot, just to look at it. And when you start looking at it, your mind, your imagination comes together and you build it. I work on pieces just about 1 foot square sometimes. It takes me 4 or 5 days just to get that one little piece finished or just get it to where I would like it to be. Even figures and stuff, when you start putting stuff together, you're going to have a train, you're going to have a train station. What do you want on a train station? You want to have little people on a train station. You want to have a passenger car. And all this stuff comes together because you know when you start doing it, you how would I say this? You understand that it's something that you have dreamed of, that you have wanted to put together. It doesn't have to be anybody else. It's just your imagination that puts the whole thing together. And what it is your imagination. It's something you saw yesterday when you went for a drive. You saw a train station, you saw a caboose sitting on the side of the road, or you saw a farmer with a boxcar, and he's going by the boxcar putting something in a boxcar off a pickup truck. All right, it's all just something that it comes into your imagination.
Well, I will tell you that that is some very sound advice. I mean, not only for just model trains, but for life in general, right?
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, that is
Start small.
Yeah, start small and
Doesn't have to be big at all.
wow.
And one of our volunteers, a lady who had never been into model railroading, was helping build buildings and doing the window treatments, something you don't always think about. And they would put curtains, they would put
Shades.
they would put the frames in the windows. And she asked me one day, how do you do Venetian blinds? And I had no idea. So she took some acetate,
Yes.
some whiteout,
Yeah.
and a ruler,
And
made Venetian blinds for her building.
See, that's what I'm talking about, the creativity.
The world looks different to you once you get into modeling.
yeah.
You look at everything differently. You wonder, how can I use that on my layout?
No.
Well, we thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I
You
hope
guys
you
are
enjoy
such
your
a
visit
you're
here.
great
Enjoy your
people,
visit. Yeah,
and
yeah,
this is a great museum.
Thanks.
And thank you so much for having us.
You are welcome.
Very visit.
So this layout here, there is a picture of the big picture. It was absolutely huge. This is just a small portion of the collection from the William O'Neill family. And it's all done with the plastic where you can put it together. It all snaps together, which makes it easy. But it's a fantastic layout. Check this out. He calls it Plasticville, and that's the name of the town.
So hey Jay, check this out. So this layout here is all Legos. Totally awesome. This was actually donated to them for the museum to have, and it is absolutely awesome. Now, if I would have known back when the kids were younger that they had Lego train sets, they may have been into trains.
But that was the first thing he threw away.
Of course. They don't realize how important those are to have.
So eventually, though, we raised enough money with one other fundraising event to air condition the actual museum. This building used to be a car dealership. This was the
That's
showroom.
what he was saying.
Yeah, this was the showroom.
So
And
check out this layout here. We are in the playroom for the kiddos. Everything on the table here can be touched and moved around, and except for the track. The track is put down permanently. But other than that, though, it's all hands-on. And it's great for the kiddos to play with the trains, learn a little bit about the trains, and enjoy themselves without having any worries. They can just play. Check this out in the display case here. This is their G scale, which is the biggest one I think that they have. Look at all of these different cars. It looks like an animal circus car right there. And look at these 3 engines. These are amazing.
So hey Jay, check this out. So they have Lee's Cranberry Farm here. And it shows the cranberry bogs. And that is just so cool to me because any place you look on these setups, you can look at something and be like, hey, I remember when, and for us, we took a train ride through Cape Cod through the cranberry bogs. So it automatically brings that memory back to me. So it's so cool how a lot of these setups and designs, you can look at it and be like, hey, I remember seeing cranberry bogs.
Yeah, so for the rest of this here, they have all these different supermarkets. Look at the lights going on there. And the bus station looks like a Greyhound bus. Don, when he made this layout and when he made all the layouts, his vision was from the air. He was a helicopter pilot, and he saw all of these towns from the air. Now, he can't tell you what the names of the towns were, but he could definitely tell you what he saw. And that is what you see in these layouts. So, check this out. This is a trailer park, and the detail is amazing. I mean, it's miniatures, but it's even smaller than that. Look at the different trailers. And this guy right here on a scooter, the story behind him is that his wife took his car away and now he has to ride a scooter because he kept knocking over the mailboxes. That was the inspiration for this piece right here. But look at the miniature details. Look at the pool.
Yeah. And then we have Drop City, which is N scale. And
So hey Jay, check this out. The work that goes into building these facades for the trains, the rock work, the trees, the bushes, they have to do this all by hand. And it is absolutely just amazingly gorgeous. It makes you, to me, it looks like real rock that they've used. I can only imagine how tedious it is to put all the little bushes up there and the trees. So hey Jay, this is so cool over here. It's like an old coal mining facility, and up on the top they have, to me, what I think it is an old ghost town. And to me that's so cool. So as you see, it's the old buildings. They've got an old general store, a mill. A lot of old buildings that don't have anybody in them. And the fact that they have little miniature people out there with little miniature cars is fascinating to me. Every place you look, you find something that you either come up with your own thoughts of what it is, and a lot of these, they have little papers down that you can read about what the set is.
And for me, as a part of this, check out this actual dam. Has a steamboat up on the top. The water falling. All the way cascading down with a couple of bridges over the top. So this is their oldest train with the layout. 1934, I believe. And you got to check out this as well. Check out the oldest train and the smallest train. Wow, check that out, huh? The attention to detail is just amazing. Check this out. As we go along, they have a fair with an amusement park. With a big Ferris wheel. And check this out, they have an old-time drive-in theater. And look at all of the old classic cars, and some new cars too. So, at the end of every train is a caboose. Let's go check out a caboose. Valerie, that caboose. Alrighty, the Iron Spike Model Train Museum is over. So Val, what were your favorite parts?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to pick just one. It just leaves you in awe. There's so much to look at. You'll be here a couple of hours. The building is an old dealership that they took over, and there is so much room in there, and they have so much stuff.
Yeah, hats off to Don and Claire and all of the volunteers that put this place together. It was Don's vision, his dream, but it takes a team, and he's had a team of volunteers. This place runs on donations. It's a nonprofit organization, and they just want people to come out, enjoy themselves, and appreciate model trains. The workmanship, the skill, the vision, the hard work, everything is in this building, and you will get absolutely 150% of your money's worth. It is amazing. It is overwhelming.
Definitely.
And if you're in Washington, Missouri, this is a must stop. The Iron Spike Model Train Museum. You need to go in and tell them Jay and Valing Around sent you, because this is a place that not only can you check out the model trains, but you can also kind of reminisce. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll let you know when our new videos come out, and it'll keep you in the loop.
Yep.
We just want to thank you for coming out with us today and hanging out and enjoying some model trains. And we want to thank you for Jay and valing around with us.